Initializing.
So let's continue with control structures. And control structures allows you to control your code in different ways. One of the ways is by using the if statement, where you can look at the value of a LVR, or you have a sensor as an example, make a decision, and execute code. Another one of those statements is the for loop, but I want to show you something first. If you look at all these lines of code, because see, it's really repeating, and the only thing that changes is 10 become 11, 11, 12, 13, and onwards. Now, I can write this code much smaller by using a for loop. Now, that is quite small, but you can also have something like dimming a light, where you want the voltage on and only deepen to become more and more or less, like in, let's say, 200 steps, so it looks smooth. Then you have to write this code 200 times. So the for loop is very often used to handle situations like this. Now, let me explain how it works. A for loop takes 3 different parameters, we can say. And the first is that we want a variable created with a value in it. Now, this would only run once, and that is when the for loop stops. And then from there on, we want to say if this value, in this case R, is smaller or equals to 13, then something must happen. And then lastly, we have what we call a little function that will count for you. So if I is 10, once this code run, it will become 11, 12, 13, and so forth. You can also write it like this. If I say, for instance, hi equals I, so at this point it will be 10, then I can say plus 1. So now I becomes 11. The code will run. It will become 12 because we say hi plus 1. This is very valid, but also this is exactly the same. You can say plus plus. Oops. Plus plus. So I at this point is smaller and equal to 13. It's true, meaning the code below will run, the code between the curly brackets. So we'll start off and I will be in. And look where it is. It's with Bichigo. So I can just as well have said Bichigo and thin. Then serial print will run. It's just so we can see how it all looks like. And in fact, I want to show you how it looks like right now. You can see how it goes N11, 12, 13, N11, 12, 13. Now what happens is this little statement that runs. I switched half serial for the backend and for the LVR. Otherwise, switch it off. I simply put 2 comments in front of it. Now it looks like a comment and not a command. When I'm ready to run it again, I can just simply take this out and it will now be code again. But for now, you can see how we do in 11, 12, 13. So that is exactly what happens here. But if I make this harder again, I will become 10, 11, 12, 13, and it's smaller equal to 13. It means now it will stop, and the rest of your code will continue. And you'll start from the top again. I is skin, then it becomes 11, 12, 13, or stop, continue again. So in this case, what we do is we, on the fly, or in the real time, or in our code as you wish, and I will become 10, then 11, 12, 13, but it will be right, so it's a pin. So the pin will become pin 10, then pin 11, then pin 12, then pin 13. It will stop because I is smaller or equal to 13. We reach 13, so it can continue. Now, I just want to mention one more, and that is the while statement. So what while will do, it will look at a condition and then execute a statement. So no matter what's in the curly brackets, it would execute it for you all the time. Now, while you can immediately see how it works by saying, while the LVR is greater than 300,000, do this. So it will continue doing it while that while statement is true.
Initializing.